Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, which includes you. You know, I'm constantly coming to you all periods of the day as far as these video posts are concerned. And why? You see, human beings, I want to see human beings on earth experiencing peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness. I want to see them living their dreams before I pass out of this body onto something else. I want to see that. I want to see it because it's a wonderful way to live. In fact, I call it living. And being here on earth, I realize that there is darkness around us, and I can tell by the absence of light. I can tell by the pain. I can tell by the suffering. And in America right now, I would like to say, based upon the actions of the people, I would actually refer to Donald Trump not as president of the United States because, according to the requirements, the Constitution would have to affirm that, and it does not. So I would like to call Donald Trump, based upon his actions, I like to call him the devil. And I'd like to call those people who follow Donald Trump and support everything that he does, I like to call them their minions. I don't want to. Most of them, as we identified them here in this country, are called Republicans, but their activities now are little minions of the devil, and that does not mean to suggest that the other people are, are in the close are godly people. It doesn't mean to suggest that they're godly people. They are evil just as well, but they're not as evil. You know, the most evil that you can get is to take a life. To kill is the most evil you can get. And so the vilest men on earth are those who will kill, those who will kill, those who take missiles and bombs and go and kill kids. And doesn't matter, just kill, 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 kill for one reason. And that reason is to suggest that they are powerful, to suggest that they got the might and they will control you. Their devilish power will control you. And in America, the devil and his minions, they stick together. I have seen minions running for president of the United States who called Donald Trump out before we knew he was a devil. They knew he was a devil, and they told America that he was a devil. But those same people who were trying to demask Donald Trump will now have demasked themselves because they are just like Donald Trump. Just like Donald Trump. But even more than that, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that these people, these not knowing demons in the making, should I say, told America that this man is a demon. He is straight out of the pit of hell. Nothing he does is good. And America, under some kind of magic, made him president. This time under the Constitution, I think. What does that say about America? That says, let me just put it to you like this. That's that says you're really messed up. Now you know I didn't want to say messed up. I wanted to say something else, but I thought that a little child might be listening. I don't want to say it right now. Anyway, here we go. This is the world. And you got other people, not just that bad yet, but they're still trying to say they are the ones, they are the choice that America has. Just the other day, one of the devil minions in Minnesota went around with a list to do the most demonic thing that any human being can do. The most demonic thing that any human being can do. Said, devil, I am your angel. Send me. And got instrumentation and went down in Minnesota and took the lives of politicians, and tried to, I guess, take the lives of others. For some strange reason, the magic didn't work there. And what happened? The devil couldn't even hide. I mean, just his actions let you know right away that he was a devil. And all of these policies that's ripping the lifeblood out of people who have been trying to survive on this earth, they, just like everybody that's screwed up, they learn the same old bull, and they are here. But some of them have say we got to grow up, and they've tried to grow up a little bit. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. See, you don't know how to work these programs out because you're following the dictates of the devils that sits on these thrones, like Putin and everybody else that goes out to kill folks. Let's go put Trump in there. Everybody else that goes out killing people are devils. Straight up devils from the pit of hell. Straight up devils from the pit of hell. These are the ones that challenge God. They challenge the creator of the earth, this earth that I'm sitting on right now, this air that I'm breathing, the sun that's peeping through these trees. These people like Trump and Putin, they come together. They know they can't do it as an individual, but they come together and they challenge the living God that's able to make their sun shine. And they are going to do everything they possibly can to replace humans with AI. They don't, they're devils. They don't know the truth. Somebody said, well, why are they like this? I can't tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you what I would suppose. Just like you. You haven't always been a devil or a demon. You haven't always been. There was a time you were so much better than you are now. Now, what made you and brought you to this point, I don't know if you're better or worse. But what brought you here, you know. But that's the way it works. And so what we've done is what we're doing. And what we're doing is what we're gonna do. But each time it gets worse and worse and worse if we're not trying to make it better. So for me, I want to see you the other way. I'm I don't want to see the devil got you afraid. You got people in Congress, I heard them say, know darn well what they are doing. They know they're supporting this lie, but they support this lie for whatever reason they have. They might just want to be somebody, think one day it'll change and they'll be somebody. Or they just might need the job, or so, many other reasons. But they are there and they stay there because the main reason is because they're afraid. But if you're afraid and you know it's going to require certain uh, confidence, certain courage to do a decent job, and it doesn't embody itself in you, why you run for office? Well, it doesn't really matter. If it's not you, you say, it will be somebody else, and you're true. Why? Because basically, you still don't know the truth. The truth, my friends, is to you a fantasy. And I guess it would be living in a world of men trying to wipe out God. I guess it would be. I heard someone say today, as a child of God, you're not trying to survive the world. Your mission is to change the world. Ah, I said, no, wait a minute. I've been saying that most all my life, but it never hit like that. Because most Christians, I mean, it took me right back to all my experience growing up, going to church stuff. It just took me right back to people look like they're just trying to survive. Go to church, then go back into the world doing everything that the world say do. I'm not talking about having to lie and cheat and all that kind of stuff. But I'm saying that you're living within a system that does just those things. You might not see it, but I guarantee you it's set up based upon those principles. Why you can tell every time it's coming back with profit, that means getting more than you gave. That tell you that you got to be conning somebody, making them think they got something else working on the other end that's doing the same thing to somebody else. So everybody going around ripping everybody else off. Everybody going around ripping businesses off, and rather than do the right thing. And you won't do the right thing because there's a king sitting on the throne that threatens you. And there's a powerful God that you can't see outside of the evidence that's saying to you, the peace you want is in your hands. You just stop following that man and do the right thing, and you won't do it. You want to suffer for nothing: food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, all of the things that you want, all of the things that you're trying to get this money for. I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, just doing what you came on earth to do automatically puts your name on everything that's created by humankind. That means if you needed, wanted, a desire for access or whatever, it's yours. You don't go trying to satisfy this for somebody else. No, everything is already satisfied. You are playing a role in life. And now this is so complicated because you haven't heard it that much. But I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm old. I mean, I've been around a long time. Somebody say, you ain't been around a long time. Methuselah lived, and thank God I won't be living that long. Give myself an applause. Nah, I haven't seen anything in life that would make or give me a desire to live that long. But I wouldn't have a problem with life existing, people coming and people going, or they want to stay, they can stay. But the point of it is, ladies and gentlemen, is that I want you to experience those things I just mentioned. And the only way you can experience those kinds of things, peace, prosperity, freedom, joy, and happiness, and live your dreams, is that you got to put your faith in a power that is only recognized through the manifestation or presentation of the evidence. And if you got to, you want peace, you got to, it just, what does peace mean to you? You want freedom? What does freedom mean to you? These things that you want, desire, you come up, you don't understand how they're supposed to exist because they never existed before. You work it out. You find out how it exists. You find out, you learn how it exists. Maybe that's why you're on earth, to learn, to find out what peace means, to find out what freedom means. Maybe you're trying to work your way really to a heaven outside of this earth. I don't know. But I know the requirements, whether it's here or there, are the same. So don't be afraid of the devil and his minions. That's only passing bad. And it happens because the people who empower it are not aware of the role they play. And they definitely do not know and understand what it takes to have your way. I want to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I missed what I was supposed to do. I feel like it. I feel like I missed it. But anyway, thank you for giving me this your time. I can't be that wrong. The next time Eddie Marcus say goodbye for now.